All right, hi guys. um, this is a different experience for me. I hope you all are well and are taking good care of yourselves and hiding out. I'll send an email with more details about how this class is going to proceed, but in the meantime, I wanted to try and figure out some um, some of the technical difficulties. I'm going to try and keep everything as simple as possible so that we can all focus on what we really need to be focusing on. I know we all have a lot on our plates, and you guys have a lot of uncertainty coming up. So all I ask is that you do your best. The way this is going to work is I'm going to give you the presentations. We only have a few more, so we may end early. We may have two a week. We may have one a week. Um, and um, I'll have you submit questions and comments for each presentation, and then there'll still be papers due. I'm going to shorten them all to 3 pages for all of our sake. So this is the lecture that I was going to give last Friday when I couldn't make it to class. So I hope you can get this paper done. That's why I'm sending it out now. I know we're still on spring break, but I want to get going on this so we don't get lag behind. And I'll be emailing you and with a hopefully more concise schedule. All right. So without further ado, I just want to go over what we had talked about last time because it seems like a lifetime ago. So last time we were talking a lot about pictorialism and the birth of sort of modern art and modern art and photography. Largely that came out of the Armory show, which introduced Cubism, Expressionism, Post-Impressionism, and photographers, which was the first time that ever happened. Bringing people like Duchamp to the surface with his famous nude descending the staircase. Strand, who invented the modernist aesthetic. You can see his photograph of Wall Street, people walking on Wall Street, and that's the modernist aesthetic: forms, angles, alienation, which we're all feeling, which was in 1916. And then the clouds there are the equivalents by Alfred Stieglitz, which he did to equate emotions to what he saw in the sky. And above that, you see Man Ray, who was part of really everything, but the Surrealist movement, who was also part of the Bauhaus and everything. And that is a solarization print. We're going to talk a little bit more about him today. So from that, the Dadaists are born, as well as constructivism in the USSR, which is all of this is sort of a reaction to World War One, as well as the Russian Revolution. There was no political. The Dadaists had no political agenda, or so they said. They relied on chance to take art out of cathedral and had a contempt for the bourgeois. Constructivism, on the other hand, was Russian, has roots in its cubism and futurism, which is it comes out of Italy, influenced by the Russian Revolution and the art to reshape society. So a lot of graphic design and photo montage, and it was quick and cheap and for the people. So where the Dadaists was art for art's sake, so in some ways very capitalist, constructivism was very socialist in that it was about creating art for public consumption. You also have the birth of surrealism, photo montage, which is part of surrealism sometimes, also coming out of the Bauhaus, and photo collage, where you have people like Hannah Hoke, and this is Aral Hausman, John Hartfeld, who are using really magazines and photographs to cut up and recreate new work. And then finally, the Bauhaus and the photogram, or the rheograph, or whatever you want to call it, which is also part of surrealism. So all of this is all tied together. And I'm going to show you just a piece. I'm going to kind of skip through it. There's a movie that was done by Paul Strand and Charles Sheeler, who were both from the US and worked a lot in the vein to sort of bring photography to the modernist front. A lot of that has to do with the industry and I'm going to test this.